All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be another video going into the ignorant and arrogant attitude of women, man, and how ultimately, when things go bad in this society, man, they're going to be out here, man, because their whole their whole lifetime right now, what they're trying to do is make themselves be equal with men in how they get treated, but not equal with men in what's expected of them, and then not equal with men in what they actually have to do to be considered on the same level as a man. Right? This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And you've got a lot of these people in this world that are rich according to this world's accolades, and they're highly valued men and highly cherished men according to this world's accolades, right? But they find themselves continually surrounded by women that are demons, man. And these women actually feel comfortable around them. These women actually feel like they've met their equal. These women are actually demonic in nature, man. They actually have the nerve to think that they're equal with men that have achieved the greatest things that's possible to achieve by this world standards, right? But they don't think that they're equal with people that believe in the scriptures, right? They think that they're better than them, right? But really, they're not. Really, they're not better than them, and really, they don't have no kind of moral compass, and that's why they're able to navigate through this world, because this world allows easy access to things if you're wicked. It allows easy access to things if you're demonic, man. If you've got no kind of moral compass whatsoever, and if you're prepared to let everything slide, man. And another reason why women are able to win in this society is because women ain't no threat to nothing, man. Right? Women ain't a threat to the falling of any kingdom, man. Right? Apart from to help the falling down, I guess, of the kingdom of whatever nation she's from by destroying her own men. But she ain't no threat to no destroying of another kingdom. Women ain't no threat, man. Eve ain't no threat. The so-called black woman ain't no threat of Esau's kingdom falling down, man. She ain't no threat to that. Not at all. Not even in the slightest, man. And that's why you have these musicians that are hoes getting to meet presidents, man. It's ridiculous. As if they're really talking some knowledge. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And what that's talking about, part of the things that's talking about is this nice life that women have got now, where they're able to say they don't need men. But at the same time, the whole society that they live in came from men building it. And any society that they've ever felt comfortable to try and say that they don't need men, men have been the ones that have backed that thought process running out of their mouth, man. Because if every single man that was wicked said, you know what, we're gonna go and do whatever we want to do to women, right? And if all the men that would have normally been protectors said, I'm not standing in your way, I'm not involved, I'm not protecting none of these women, do whatever you want to do, right? All the women in the world versus all those men that are wicked would get put in captivity by those wicked men. They wouldn't be able to do nothing, man. And that's why they have to try and come to men and tell them men that they should accept things that are not acceptable. Or you should accept that this woman slept with 50 people before knowing you. You should accept that. It's not like a woman with a high body count is a sign that a woman doesn't appreciate relationships and that she's too switch up. And that as soon as things go bad in one, she dips off and goes to another. Nah, it's not like that's a sign of that, is it? You're supposed to trust her and make her raise your children and have children with this woman. When she at any moment she gets annoyed or gets angry, she'll try and take your children and dip. Of course, like it's ridiculous, man. Verse 11: Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. But these women are at ease, man. These women are at ease right now, man. The way how they talk, man, and the things that they say out of their mouth, and they're not even smart either, right? And all the talking and all the running of their mouth, and all the things that they want to say about men do this and men do that, and it's normally the Israelite woman. The Israelite woman actually talks and thinks that she's equal with the Edomite woman in this society, man. But she will never be. She's able to be equal She's able to be equal in oppression, in oppressing the Israelite man with the Edomite woman, right? And even that ain't true. Even that ain't true, man. But the Israelite woman's trying to actually think, walking around this society right now as if she's an Edomite, man, thinking that she can get access and be found innocent the same way as a Edomite woman in this society, man. And it's not gonna happen. They need to fix up, man. Like the way how they're running around and the way how they're talking, running their mouth on podcasts all day, right? When everything goes bad, man, and there ain't no more internet to upload a stupid ass podcast, a lot of these women, because they've made their face known, right? They've made their face known now. A lot of them are gonna stumble into some of those guys that they was calling bums, man. And when it happens, it's not gonna be nice for them, man. Yahweh's gonna set these women up, these wicked women, up in situations that they ain't prepared for, man. But they want to be running their mouth on podcasts talking smack all day, right? They want to be walking down the streets with their chins elevated to the heavens, proud as hell, right? But at the moment something happens, they lose the plot, man. The moment a big dog is walking down the street, that pride goes out the window, man. The moment there's a street fight in one of the bars that they went to that weekend, right? What do you hear? Women screaming and running their mouth, screaming, telling the people to stop fighting, because in a time of peace, women win, right? In a time where their world is as peaceful as it is, women have got it easy, man. So when women see that fighting take place, they're screaming because they want it to go back to that peaceful time, because they can succeed there, you know? They can start being proud there. They can be rich in that kind of society of things that in the ancient world would have got you eliminated. But they can be rich off that now and boast and brag about it. They can steal up a man's money in this society now. But it's not. It's coming to an end, man. Verse 12. Lament for the teats. They shall lament for the teats, for the present fields, for the fruitful vine. And what is it? What I can't remember which place it is, man. But they've got a purge law, right? They've got that. It's not called a purge law, but that's what people are calling it. By where people are not going to be, the police are not going to be coming to answer to crimes as much. Now, for the people that ain't criminals, they don't care. You see, they don't care about that. But there's people that are criminals that they're sharpening up the sword, man. That they're getting ready. And then you've even got other things in this society that's taking place that's going to make women not be as comfortable. But then women are the main ones that helped say all of this, that wanted to say, what is a woman? We don't have to conform to no gender roles. And one of those things that I'm talking about is a thing that's took place in Scotland, where they're pretty much saying that if you get it signed by a certificate, now you're legally considered as whatever gender you want to be considered as, right? So then you could have in a situation like that, you could have a man that can just go into any rooms that women have normally had the only access to, right? And not be told to get out because he has to be in there. He's allowed to be in there because he's part of the same gender as them. And this is what happens when you've got women just accepting every single wickedness, man. This is what happens. This is what happens when you go against the laws of Yahweh. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. So when you're saying that the law is done away, when you're saying that, oh, men ain't got a certain way that they're supposed to live, and women ain't got a certain way that they're supposed to live, when you're saying that women are equal to men and all of this, well, see how equal you are then when you're sharing the toilets with them. Let's see if you feel equal then. Women saying that they're equal to men and all of that, man. Like I don't really want to take it there to the physicalities, but a woman trying to fight a man, right? The average guy that goes and does a bit of amateur boxing, man, could take out 8 women easily, man, by himself. And he might have only been learning how to box for 7 months, man. He might have been learning how to box for 7 months, right? He might be the average height, 5'8" or whatever, and the average weight for a man in the UK, which is around 13 stone, I believe, right? The average woman is big as hell and fat in the UK, but she ain't doing nothing to him. They'll get knocked out, man. And these are some of the evils that are going to be taking place when everything goes bad in the world. Let me carry on reading this. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. So when we're saying that, nah, this ain't right, there is such thing as men and women, we're contending with the wicked. But all you people, all you women out there that are saying, oh, we don't have to conform to gender roles. Oh, that's outdated and all of this. But then at the same time, you want men to treat you the same. You're delusional, man. You're delusional. And all the women that you, all the men that you women try and make out like you're better than, you're not better than them. Just to put that out there, you're not better than them. This wicked world makes you feel as though you're better than them, but in your Howard's eyes, you women ain't nothing, man. Right? The scriptures say that the churlishness of a man is better than the politeness of a woman. Roughly paraphrasing, meaning that a man's rude attitude is more to be praised than a woman's polite attitude, man. Because women are dark, man, in nature, right? And if you was to see the things that women do behind the scenes, man, and then to have the nerve to get on camera afterwards and be expecting some kind of praise, mate, nah, man, nah, they need to fix up, man. The way they be talking like they really know what they're talking about, nah. And men too, man. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And all these women that belong to the streets, that belong to the streets thing really came out of the scriptures, man. From this scripture right here. They belong to the mire of the streets, man. These women are going to be getting sent to the mire of the streets. And all the men that simp for them now, right? All the even so-called high-value men in this world that simp for them, that would protect them if they've ran their mouth too high. And now they've got to collect physically in a fight for that running of that mouth. All the police force and all that, that's going to get done away with, man. And all the people that was trusting in that, they're gonna fall with it, man. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25, thy men shall fall by the sword and thy mighty in the war. And this is a message being said to the Israelite woman, man, about how the men that are mighty, that protect her, they're going to fall in wars, man. Verse 26, they're going to fall by the sword and they're going to fall in war, it says, man. Let me read it again. Thy men shall fall by the sword and thy mighty in the war. So there's going to be dying on all fronts, man. All the men that would have normally came and protected you, that made you feel comfortable. Which, who's the main man that does that in this day and age right now? Esau. He's going to be dying in a war that's taking place, World War III. And he's also going to be getting perished off in the war that he's going to be trying to come at with it against Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 26, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And a lot of you women that have made yourself famous now for putting out men, your faces have been put, your faces are in a spiritual facial recognition system, man. To where now, when all hell breaks loose and you try and now soften up and talk in a softer voice, and now all of a sudden you need men all of a sudden now, and now you're trying to come to those same men that you didn't want to talk to and didn't want to know. Now that your eyelashes have expired, the expiry date of them eyelashes is gone. Now that you ain't got that makeup to try and make your skin tone look brighter and clearer, right? Now that you ain't got that weave to put in your hair, now that you ain't got them body oils and all of that to put on, now that all of that's been drained away from you, which is what Isaiah the 3rd chapter speaks about, is going to happen to you, wicked women. And it's happened before, right? You women can't grow your hair now in a high level because of what you, just the proud nature that you had before, man, and still continue to have. You can't grow hair on average long. Some of you can, and some of you can't. But it's supposed to be all of you can. But you can't do that no more, man. And it's going to get to where you're going to lose everything that you have right now that's making you proud. All the things that are able to enhance your physical appearance. Because that's the main thing that women have to offer, right? The majority of you women these days, that's the main thing you've got to offer. And that's why that's going to be the thing that's going to take away your pride. A lot of you women don't think about Proverbs the 31st chapter when you're thinking about being a good woman. You think about what Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallions did in their last music video, how she was shaking them hips. You think about that as your standard of what's a good woman. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one. And you know what, let me say this, man, as well, man. All you women try and make it like you're so special and unique and that you need and that you're so different from every other woman. But when you actually start doing the research and seeing what these foolish buffoons be talking about, you're after exactly the same things as every woman, man. And you're a sheep. And whenever you're trying to say what you think men do and men this, you're always trying to put yourself out there so you can get the most attention from the most men possible. Yet at the same time, the man that you're designed to have is a superiorly unique, man. So shouldn't you be superiorly unique then too, to find access to that person? But because you're women and you're simple and you don't know a thing, and a woman's ways are more bitter than death, of course you're gonna say the things that you say. And that's why when all hell breaks loose, Yahweh's making men that believe in him. Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai is making men that believe in him see all of these things, so that when all hell breaks loose and we see you women out there getting destroyed, man, our empathy is deleted at that point, and we don't have no empathy for you anymore, because we've saw the way how you, when you walk past us in the street, where that men that are just believing in the Lord and not even trying to push off that aura of being about the world, we saw the arrogance in you, man, and we was repulsed by that. So when it's now a time where righteousness is the thing that's exalted in the world, why are we going to now allow people that despised righteousness and had a hatred for faith enter into the realm of righteousness and faith among us? We're not going to want to. Verse 4, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. There ain't going to be no more women calling men bums in that day, because all the financial system is going to be crashed. There ain't going to be no more women saying that a man's a bum because he can't do this and he can't do that. When the majority of you women that have access to any kind of things that you think are high level in this world, you never paid for it yourself, man. You got some man to pay for it. Some man that didn't care about you and just wanted to clap the cheeks. After he did that, he dipped. Right? Because you didn't have nothing worthwhile to stick around with for any longer than that. So when it goes bad, man, you women are going to pay, man. And that's what this lesson's about, man. The arrogant nature of you wicked women out there is going to be destroyed, man. Right? And there's no need for me to talk any longer than this. I'm going to end the lesson right here. All praises to Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai, Bar Shem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.